Of course, we were just talking about Wonder Man, a show that I, quite frankly, couldn't have cared less about. I mean, I'm just being honest. The marketing did nothing to move the needle for me. The final trailer they put out did, I admit that. But for almost a year, it's like they gave us no reason to care about it. Nothing looked remotely interesting about it, other than the fact that you had Yahya Abdul-Mateen and Sir Ben Kingsley in it. But nothing looked remotely interesting. Final trailer kind of did, and then they announced they were dropping the whole series at once, which to me is a red flag. But then we watched it. I ended up loving it. I thought it was great. Got a little uneven near the end for me. That's fine. Overall, I really, really enjoyed the show quite a bit. But it was made clear that Wonder Man was how do they put it? A limited series. It was a special one-shot. If you wanted to use the olden terms, a mini-series, if you will. It was not long for the world of a second season or anything like that. It was a one-and-done season. Well, now, if you guys surf around the movie sphere online, you guys probably came across a couple of headlines this morning that they may indeed be looking at a Wonder Man Season 2. And I will just have to let you know, this one will have to be filed firmly under the rumor mill.
I love rumors.
This is put under the rumor mill.
It never isn't funny.
It's always great. This one has got to go under the rumor mill, but you guys have probably seen the headlines once again that Wonder Man may in fact be getting another season. As a matter of fact, even from one of the really cool outlets that I really like.
Oh, wrong share screen.
Oh yeah, I got to do that.
It's got that.
There we go.
There we go.
We got Wonder Man Season 2 from the good folks. I love this outlet. Superhero Hype. Wonder Man Season 2 update is great news for MCU Disney Plus show fans. So you guys have probably been seeing those headlines. So is Disney actually looking, is Marvel now looking at Wonder Man and thinking, let's do a Season 2? Well, I don't want to pour a bucket of cold water over your boner, but
I hate it when that happens.
I got to tell you, this is shaky at best. Because I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, Jonathan. So we got to look at the source. Where is this coming from? Where are all of these reports coming from that they might be doing it? It all comes from one social media post, not from somebody from Marvel, not from somebody from Disney, not from anybody attached to the production. It's two online pundits talking to each other. And this is where it comes from. So as we go over and take a look at it, Matt Ramos on Twitter says, it sucks that Shang-Chi or Wonder Man might not get proper sequels, despite having incredible debut projects due to Destin Daniel Cretton, who of course is the director of Shang-Chi and directed Wonder Man and is the co-creator of Wonder Man. Dedicate himself to the next Spider-Man trilogy. They both deserve to have their stories continue. I just don't know that that'll happen. To which another online pundit, Brendan Davis, responded with, Wonder Man will get more. That's it. All the headlines you read this morning from the different outlets that you may or may not read, that including this one in Superhero Hype, listing this headline, Wonder Man Season 2 update is great news. It's not an update, guys. It's two online pundits talking to each other and one saying Wonder Man will get more. Now, you know me, I like to look at both sides of things. Could this be an indication that we may be getting a Wonder Man Season 2? Well, on the affirmative, this wouldn't be the first time we've seen something that was supposed to be a limited series get incredible response and get turned into an ongoing series. For example, one of the greatest TV shows made in the last 20 years, Shogun, was supposed to be a limited one-shot, one-season series, but it won every award under the sun, and they were like, well, we got to make a Season 2. What was the one with Reese Witherspoon and Nicole Kidman?
Today's Show?
Lying liars lie more.
Yeah, lying liars lie more. Something along those lines. Where they
Big Little Lies, whatever it was called.
Where they kill her husband, she kills her husband, whatever. That was supposed to be a limited series, and then we had like 3 seasons of it, right?
Yeah.
The point is, it wouldn't be the first time that an intended limited series got a much larger than expected response, and they decided to turn it into a full-blown series. So there's that. The other thing that works in its benefit is that, there are certain people in the online sphere that do have connections and whatever, and sometimes they speak things that are actually factual. This theoretically could be one of those scenarios. Absolutely, it could. On the other side, though, there's been absolutely no indication from anybody at Marvel that they're looking at doing Wonder Man Season 2. Secondly, this conversation literally just looks like somebody giving their opinion.
Yeah.
When he says, oh, Wonder Man will get more, which is a valid opinion, but I don't think is a definitive statement from somebody who is not in any way connected to either Marvel or Disney, and much like myself, is just saying anything. And it looks like they're just running with it. So the two questions we always ask when we come to a rumor mill issue. Number one, do we think it's real? And then number two, if it were real, for argument's sake, how would we feel about it? In the first question, I'm going to say, I don't think this is legitimate. I honestly think this is just two people talking online, sharing opinions. I don't think there's anything to this at all. Although I'm not excluding the possibility that because of the popularity of Wonder Man, that they may not want to reconsider it. But for right now, I don't buy it. Now, on to the second question. Assuming for a second that it was true, how would I feel about it? Oh, damn, I would love it. I'm not going to hide that. I would love it. I would watch literally 6 more episodes of just Trevor and Simon sitting in diners talking about classic old movies. I would seriously just watch that. Wonder Man didn't have a single superhero fight in it, and it was one of Marvel's best Disney Plus series.
Yep.
I would absolutely be down for it.
And then what you do is you build it up to their own Avengers, which is Wong, Madison, and then Trevor Slattery.
Got to get Madison in there, then bring Louise back and all that kind of stuff. So I would love it if this turned out to be true, but I do not buy that it is true. Guys, we want to take a second and thank the sponsor of today's episode, PrizePicks. Well, the big game is almost here, and there's no better way to cash in during America's biggest sporting event than with PrizePicks, where it always feels good to be right. With the football season coming to a close, this is your last chance to jump into football action before next year, and PrizePicks is making it easy by giving you $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. What I've always loved about PrizePicks is how simple it is. You're just picking more or less on player projections, building your lineup, and rooting at home while you watch the game. I also really like their early payouts feature. If a player gets off to a hot start, you can cash out before the game even ends. And with the new social feed, you can follow other players, copy lineups that you like, or use them as inspiration for your own. So don't miss out. Download the PrizePicks app today and use the code CAMPEA to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CAMPEA to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. It's good to be right. Rob, as always, I put the same two questions to you. Number one, do you think this is legit? Number two, assume for a moment that it is legit. How would you feel about it?
No, I don't think it's legit. I think it's two people talking. However, that post did make me want to see the Wonder Man Shang-Chi movie.
Oh, very much. I would love that.
Because they would both, they're both West Coasters. The two of those guys, and with Awkwafina and Slattery, you know, that comedy gold. That whole movie could be great. Both of those characters could really exist in that world. Awesome. But no, I think the funny thing about the Wonder Man show is they've decided to make a movie or a TV series that's set in the MCU that isn't focused on the MCU. So it's, there's meta-humans in the world, but it's really about people. You know, there's no superheroics. It's like a day in the life of these guys. And one of them I can't believe, Trevor Slattery came from Iron Man 3. So I think that, and people aren't talking about the show. The problem is, I don't think it's capturing the traditional Marvel audience. I think people are going to come to it over time when they realize how good it actually is. Because what's so great about it is you don't expect anything from it. And by the end of the first episode, you're like, this is great. So it wouldn't surprise me if we get another season, because it can't be that expensive to make. There's not any apocalyptic battles. No one's turning into the Hulk, so there's not a lot of CG involved, and they can shoot it at actual locations. That was another fun thing about the show, is that you're on the streets of LA. Like, I've been there.
Yep.
I've been there.
Actually, I love the Pacoima episode, because I've spent a lot of time in the Valley growing up here, and what Superior Tile? That's the guy holding the sign. Because we're remodeling that back house, Laura and I have been in there like 6 or 7 times. I was like, "Oh my God, it's Superior Tile!"
I literally was just there. But to your point, Rob, the other thing about, I think part of the reason you don't hear a lot of people talking about it is because of the fact that they dropped the whole show at once. I mean, we've talked about this for years. I remember, like, you looked at WandaVision, right? Dropped one episode every week, and that's all anybody talked about for 2 months straight. Punisher, the Netflix version of it, which was great, and everybody talked about it leading up to it, 5 days after Punisher dropped on Netflix, nobody was talking about it anymore. Like, literally nobody was, because it was done. And I think part of the reason that this show isn't having a sustained buzz is because it's done. It's over. They literally dropped it, and it was done, and now there's nothing left to talk about, which is really too bad. I would have liked to have seen more, and damn it, we got to find out what happened to Josh Gad. I mean, we got to know what happened. That's the whole basis of season 2, the hunt for Josh Gad. All right, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? The headlines are going around that, they might be doing Wonder Man season 2, but it's literally coming from just a casual conversation online between a couple of pundits. Neither of them definitively saying, I have found out that this is happening. So I don't think this is legit. Whatever you guys think about this, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.